Okay, so the topic I'm investigating is the relationship between digital media, politics and the public sphere. Specifically, I'm going to be having discussion about these concepts and how do they apply to Kevin Rudd's Twitter account. So before I get stuck into his account on Twitter, I'd like to talk about the public sphere. So according to Habermas, as outlined in the Moyer reading, the public sphere is ideally a platform where everyone, regardless of class, income, creed, gender, race and ethnicity, has a right to sit and share ideas with others on any socio-economic and political issues that are of public interest and concern, through fearless and critical rational debate. So in my interpretation, the public sphere is a place where we can have open discussions and explain our opinions openly and come to thoughts and conclusions on our own. There's no coercion involved. The public sphere is critical to a democracy, as both concepts are a place where, according to the Australian Museum of Democracy, citizens can speak and think freely without limitations, and people have the freedom to speak and publish dissenting views. The understanding of a public sphere is important because people are constantly participating in it through the use of the internet. And according to Moyer, the internet is a relatively open and accessible public sphere where anyone who has access to a wired computer can freely express their views as long as they remain within the law and do not infringe on other people's rights. So if we take into account Kevin Rudd's Twitter, we can apply the concept of a public sphere in two ways. So firstly, we can look at his account as a meso-public sphere, which according to Moyer is a large public sphere that has the capacity to go international. Furthermore, it is a political public sphere that generates a lot of interest and participation from ordinary citizens who seek improvements to their standard of living and general welfare. So secondly, we can also view it as a public sphere, as people do have that opportunity to tweet and display dissenting views, which I'm about to show you in a minute. And they can do that without fear of punishment, and they can also spark really good debate. So this kind of brings me to my next point, which is why are Kevin Rudd and other politicians using social media platforms like Twitter or Instagram or Facebook? And according to the Australian Electoral Commission, politicians have begun to use this social media because it provides them with new access to potential voters and potential viewers that they've never had before. It also provides a two-way interaction and participative engagement, and citizens are provided with the opportunity to be heard. They can ask questions, they can state their opinion, they can seek information relevant to their needs, and they can have a really informed discussion. So essentially what social media is doing is it's opening new channels of communication. It creates unprecedented opportunities for participation in politics, and it promotes the competition of ideas between our politicians. So what I'm going to show is just a few examples of how Kevin Rudd, specifically via his Twitter account, accesses new voters and potential viewers. So effectively what we're seeing from Kevin Rudd's Twitter account is that it's a platform for everyday citizens to be involved, they can be heard, they can share their opinions, and this is a participation in e-democracy. So according to the OECD, e-democracy is using computers and information and communication technologies to improve the democratic principles, where citizens are capable of discussing policies and they're really able to play a positive role in the decision making by sharing their opinions. So e-democracy, it aims to increase citizen engagement primarily through the form of opinion sharing and self-organising processes. And we really see this on Kevin Rudd's Twitter account through people tweeting and responding to him and sharing their opinions. For example, one I'm about to show you is many people really positively responded and tweeted to Kevin Rudd's stance on gay marriage. So as a result, his Twitter account is also an example of e-participation and e-engagement. So e-participation is the use of communication technologies to enhance and deepen the political participation of citizens. This includes participating in political opinion shaping and political decision making. So the idea of e-participation is to electronically increase the interaction between citizens and politicians. And what we see on Kevin Rudd's Twitter account is an informal e-participation, that is because it's voluntary. So Kevin Rudd has over 1.3 million followers and often receives tweets and feedback and videos, and that's therefore reflective of e-participation. So e-engagement, on the other hand, refers to the use of information and communication technologies in supporting information, consultation and participation.